What's up guys, it's your favourite mole here, Swoley Moley, back with installment 3 of this boss tutorial series. Let's not waste any time and let's crack on with how we're going to defeat G3. Now there's two optimal strats for G3, one with 3 knives and one with 2 knives. So let's start off with the 3 knife strat. Now as with all other boss fights, don't forget to turn your image quality down if you need to before the fight begins. Once you've dropped your quality as needed, carry on walking forward and the cutscenes are going to begin, along with the fight. Now when the fight begins, G3 is going to swing his arms out to the side, all like, come at me bro, and at this point you want to aim your spark shot at his leg eye as shown in the image now. Fire off your first round and hold the aim button until the needle explodes. Hopefully his eye will explode as well. Once this eye's exploded, he's going to stagger and you're going to want to move your gun to aim at his shoulder eye as shown in the image now. Once again, hold that aim button until the needle explodes along with his eye. Now once the second eye explodes, he's going to stagger and lean forward. This gives you an opportunity to shoot the back eye, so aim your gun as close to this as possible as shown in the image now. Now once again, hold that aim button until the needle is fully charged and explodes along with his final eye. Now it's at this point you want to run over towards G3 and head round his back. Once you've got behind him, you're going to want to get into the position and start slashing your knife as shown on screen now. When you're slashing, you want to make sure you keep an eye on your knife health because you do not want this knife to break. You can do this by pressing 2 on your keyboard. Now this is going to bring up the sub-weapon menu, and it's here where you can see the health of the knife going down. Once you've slashed him about 10 or 11 times, you're going to want to change this knife to a new knife. This is where the quick knife swap comes in, and I'll get to that in another tutorial. But as a brief overview, performing the quick knife swap will remove the animation of changing the knife, which makes a quicker fight. Now once you've equipped this second knife, you want to carry on slashing, but as you are, move around to the front of G3 to start slashing his chest eyes. Once your second knife gets down to low health, you're going to want to switch to your third knife and continue slashing until G3's dead. Now if you've done the fight correctly, you should be able to defeat him before he runs over to the big column and throws it down on the floor. If you haven't managed to defeat him before he walks over to this column, you can still cause him damage and get him down to as low as possible, so one knife slash or one shot with a pistol will kill him once the animation is completed. And that's that, a pretty simple fight with the 3 knives, and it's very similar for the 2 knife, so let's crack on with that now. Now the 2 knife strat isn't as optimal as the 3 knife strat, but it doesn't actually lose that much time. It can also be used as a backup, just in case you lose one of your knives earlier on in the game. Now walk forward, trigger the cutscene and wait for the fight to begin. When it does, the first shot you want to take is at his head, so aim the spark shot directly at his face as shown in the image now. As you did on the previous strat, make sure you hold the aim button until the needle explodes. Once the needle has exploded, you want to run to the left of G3 as shown in the image now by the arrow. Now when you've got past him, you want to turn around and shoot the eye on his back, again holding the aim until the needle and his eye explodes. As this needle explodes, he's going to stagger again and you're going to want to fire off a needle into his shoulder eye as shown in the image below now. Without trying to sound like a broken record, hold the aim button until the needle and his second eye explode. Once it's exploded, G3 is going to turn around and try and walk towards you. At this point you want to aim for the leg eye, fire off a needle and again wait for it to explode. The eye is shown in the image now. Once his final eye is exploded, again you're going to want to run over to G3, get behind him and start slashing with the knife. Now this is exactly the same as the 3 knife strat except with 2 knives, so carry on slashing until the knife health gets really low and then do a knife swap. Once you perform this knife swap, again move round to the front of G3 and start aiming for his chest eyes. Hopefully he should die before this knife breaks. Now in this fight I got very lucky and the knife broke on the very last swipe, which actually killed him. And that's it for G3, you've killed him. Now once the cutscene's ended, don't forget to turn your image quality back up to 100% or the run will be invalid. And that's it, G3's down, nice and simple. You can move on, grab Sherry and run down to G4, which we'll cover in the next video. Now if you do have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, or I do stream 3 to 4 times a week, so feel free to pop in any time and ask. A link to my Twitch page can be shown in the description below. So that's it for G3 guys, see you at G4, laters.